Lisa's world where it is my world and you guys are watching me in it. So today, change of scenery, I am in my room. I actually have my pajamas on with some leggings because look, after I finish recording this video, I'm jumping straight into the books. So, because I have an exam Thursday for molecular cell biology, so gotta study for that. But I promised you guys this 30-day challenge, and this is day 2. So yeah. So today, what am I going to be talking about? Drum roll. I am talking about 11 tips. Actually, 10 facts. I'm giving you guys 10 tips for my incoming freshman girlies. But I'm giving you guys kind of like the tea of like what I could have did better. So not what I wish somebody would have told me, because I already knew it. My mom used to tell me all this stuff. But some stuff that like now that I'm older and I'm about to graduate college, that I can use and take into medical school, and then also stuff that like I kind of reflected on, like, okay, that's what I could have did better. Tip 1 on my list for my incoming freshman girls: leave the boys alone. I don't care if you have a high school sweetheart. I don't care if you have a big crush. There's nothing wrong with having a crush. There's nothing wrong with casually dating. But when I say leave the boys alone, don't make your whole world around these dudes. They're not putting their life on hold for you, so don't put your life on hold for them. Get that education. Get you, like, we love a smart, gorgeous babe. So there's no reason to get your education, like, put a halt on your education. Like, what's the point of going to college if you're gonna waste time? So it's like, these are all advices on how to succeed in college. Number 2, staying in the dorms. Staying in the dorms, I feel like, is really important for incoming freshmen because you're also there with all the other freshmen as well. Look, I'm a senior in college. I'm not staying in the dorms. I did it my freshman year. So 9 times out of 10, you're also there with other freshmen who are just learning the ropes, just in getting out of their parents' house, freshly 18. The RAs are a little bit older, so I think you have to be a sophomore or above to be a RA. But the dorms, like the people you're actually living with, those are going to probably 9 times out of 10 going to be athletes who are still also young, because a lot of the older athletes get their own apartment, or normal everyday lower level classmates. And also the dorms, what they try to do is they have like a lot of community building or friend building social events that you can go to, so you can like get to know other people. I know one of them I went to, it was, and mind you, I didn't know this at the time, my entire floor was STEM majors. So it's like you get to meet like-minded people also with you. Number 3, go to the social events. I went to basketball, I went to football, I went to the dorm hosted block party. I don't think they do it anymore because of the pandemic, but I remember my very first football game. They had this like kickoff that went from the dorms all the way to the stadium. It was like a parade. It was bomb. So honestly, go to the social events, meet people, and don't make college all about school. That was one of the biggest things. It's like misconceptions is be focused, but also have fun too. And as a freshman, you're in lower stake classes than you are a senior. Like as a senior, I'm not really going to a lot of the events anymore. I'm not really going to social events. I'm just studying and trying to graduate. But as a freshman, you're taking, I don't know, I forgot what I took. I was taking General Chem 1. I was taking college algebra. Like I was taking more basic classes as I'm taking now. Like now I'm in the 4,000, 5,000 level classes. I don't have time to be going to these social events. So use your time each year of your college. As you progress in your college career, you're going to have less and less social time. So use it up while you're a freshman. Look, the events are fun. You don't have to go to all the events, but go to some of them. Number 4, make one friend in each class. So if you're taking 4 classes, find one person you can resonate with so you can have somebody to study with. That's something big that I wish I would have did because I am very introverted. I didn't get a chance to step out of my box. Oh, I had the chance to do it. I just didn't. I wish I would have stepped out of my box more, so I could have had more people to study with. Studying by yourself is cool, like, and dandy and everything, but sometimes you just want learning from a peer. Sometimes a little bit better than learning from the professor, because the professors 9 times out of 10 is going to be 2 or 3 times more mature, more education than you. So they're going to think of it, they're not going to think of it as like on a baby level. They're thinking of it as a master's program brain. They're not thinking on an undergrad brain. So sometimes it's just nice to have that one friend in that class that you can just talk to about the class. Like, hey, did you get these notes? Or, hey, did you understand this concept? Or, hey, can you go over this with me? I was a little confused. That's why I'm saying make one good friend, or not good friend, but make one connection with each person in each class, so you can have someone to talk to, or just someone to relate to in that class, I guess. Number 5, do not cram. Sometimes it's kind of unavoidable to cram for a class and for an exam, but at the same time, it makes finals 10 times more easier if you don't cram. And this goes for a test as well, but you know, finals in college is a little bit different than finals in grade school and high school. Well, high school is grade school. So let me just give you guys a little insight. So finals, they don't care you have a week. They don't care you have a week between exam 4 and that final. They don't care that you have 2 days to study for that final and that exam 4. They don't care. So you take it upon yourself to, every test is preparing you for that final. It's one test close to that final. So instead of trying to memorize everything in however little time, because 9 times out of 10, they're not giving you a month to study for that final. I promise you. Like, for example, now, my last exam for biochem this semester is April 29th. That's my final. I graduate May 1st. So that's 2 days. 2 days apart. They don't care. And the sob story that you're going to have, they don't care about that either. So my biggest advice for you is don't cram. Just study a little bit at a time. You do perfect. Also, that with that being said too, is sometimes you'll forget a question that you had difficulty, or like a topic you had a difficulty with on exam 1. Come the final, you're studying for it, just a few days before the final, you don't have no office hours to go to because you waited to the last minute. If you study early, you can figure out those holes and fill those holes up quickly before you have to test your information. 6, prioritize your time and use good time management skills. So for me, what I do is I use Outlook. At Georgia State, they give you a free Outlook with your enrollment. So I have Outlook. So I use Outlook calendars. It works perfect for me. So what I do, and I also have an agenda. Look, I made it fun for myself. I bought some stickers off Amazon, and on literally the week before school starts, or like a few days before, or the first week of school, it just depends when they do the syllabus. Whenever I get the syllabus, whether it's a week, 2 weeks, the first week of school, I sticker my agenda up. I write down all my tests. Okay, so if I have a test March 1st and I have another test March 7th, I'm like, okay, cool. 2 weeks leading up to that, I need to study. Like, I'm not gonna go to a social event. I'm not gonna go party. I'm not gonna study if I know I got 2 tests back to back to back. Or if I know that I have 1 week where I was like super chill, no assignments, no tests, nothing, and 2 weeks after that, or a week after that is extremely busy. Okay, I know, study. And also another thing too, I tried it, don't do it. Study with the TV on. Yeah, you're gonna fail, because whether it's Elmo or your favorite TV show, you're gonna look up. You're gonna get distracted. It's just inevitable. 7, schedule your own classes. That was probably one of my biggest things looking back, I made a mistake on. Those advisors are just trying to push you out and get a quota. They do not care how big your load is. So for me, what I did when I kind of figured this tip out is what I would do is I would schedule a hard class and an easy class, put it together. I didn't take biochem, organic chemistry, molecular cell biology, animal biology. Like, I didn't do all those classes in one semester. What I would do is I would take a critical thinking, U.S. history, organic chemistry, and a lab, because you also have to take labs if you're a STEM major. So schedule your own schedules. You can always ask for their advice, but I wouldn't let them schedule for me. Number 9, dress to impress. I'm not saying come out your best fit every day, but don't look bummy. If you're gonna wear some leggings, wear a cute little top with it. Wear some cute little sandals. You don't have to wear makeup. I don't wear makeup every day, but I make sure my hair is done. I make sure I smell good, and I make sure that I'm not ashy. Like, there's nothing wrong with having yourself put together when you go to class. Like, you don't know who you're gonna meet. You don't know what opportunity. Also, you're sitting down for 4 to 5 hours a day. Not consistently, because you do get breaks, but you don't want to dress so fancy that like you're uncomfortable, but you also don't want to be so bummy that like you don't even want anybody to talk to you. Don't get me wrong. I have my days where it's like I don't feel like going to class. I have a sweatshirt on and some leggings and some sneakers. At the end of the day, I'm still presentable. Because I know a lot of people, oh, when I get to college, I'm going to wear pajamas to class. If that's what you want to do, cool, do it. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, be presentable. Number 9, go to class. There's no reason why you're paying for like classes that you're just going to skip. Like, okay, if you're skipping a class to study for another class because of the exam coming up, okay, that's a reasonable reason. Or you have a doctor's appointment or something important, cool, don't go to class, clearly. But just not to go to class, like, okay, like, why are you taking this class if you're not going to take it seriously? Like, 10, study. Some of these classes, you literally have to look at the material every single day. Yes, that sounds crazy, but there's days where you have to look at this, like, for example, biochemistry. So the teacher said to get an A in that class, you have to do 10 hours of studying a week. That's approximately about an hour and a half every single day. So an hour and a half every single day of just one class. Mind you, there's sometimes you have to take multiple classes like that. So that's 3 hours of study for 2 classes. So there are going to be days where you don't get much of a social life, depending on your major. So instead of cramming, that's a cat. Aww. Instead of cramming, like I said earlier, study a little bit each day. Even if you don't study, like do active studying, you might just want to like just look over the notes. Last but not least, have fun. Yes, it's stressful. Yes, college can be a lot. Yes, I've cried a lot during college because things didn't go the way I wanted it to go, because college is going to humble you. College is definitely going to humble you, especially if you're in a STEM major. There's classes where I felt like, oh, I don't need to study too hard, or, oh, I'll just get by. Yeah, no. If you don't know the material, it's going to show on that test. It's not like high school where you can just, I don't know, what's 4 plus 4? It's not that. It's going to be, what's 4 plus 4? No, it's going to be, okay, if you know 4 plus 4 equals 8, why does it equal 8? And where did that 8 derive from? That's what I mean. College is not active recall. So have some good study skills. That's also a really, really good one. Have some good study skills, but it also goes with time management. If you're staring at a textbook for 3 hours, but you can't recall not one sentence you read, you're wasting your time. If you're studying, but you also got your favorite TV show on, you're wasting your time. So that's all I have for this video. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys tomorrow.